Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Sam, or Chaotic, and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 video here on my channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at the top 10 most expensive cars that you can buy in GTA Online as of February 2018. But very quickly before we get into things, I want you guys to take a guess how much money you think you would need to buy the top 10 most expensive cars. I'll give you guys a few seconds. You haven't got to comment your guesses, just visually picture it in your head how much money you think it would cost to buy the top 10 most expensive cars in GTA Online. Well, the total is $34,514,500, which if you wanted to buy using shark cards on the basis of the standard rate of an $8 million Megalodon shark card costing $100 US, it would cost you $431.43. Which is absolutely crazy, especially seeing that's the cost of the vehicles at their standard rate without any customizations and upgrades applied, the unlocking cost, and of course the cost of storing them as well. But if all of this was applied, it would probably cost closer to $40 million total. But in today's video, we're just going to be focusing on the standard prices to purchase these vehicles direct from the websites. So let's go ahead then and get straight into things and start things off in chronological order in 10th place. So the 10th most expensive car you can currently buy in GTA Online is the Ocelot XA21. This was released last year towards the end of the gunrunning update as a drip-fed vehicle and can be bought from the Legendary Motorsports website for a price of $2,375,000, which at this price currently puts it as the 4th most expensive supercar that you can buy in GTA Online. But in fairness, the XA21 is a good all-round car, and there's plenty of customization options available for this thing as well, and to fully upgrade will only cost you around about $350,000, and once fully customized, looks pretty awesome too. But unfortunately, there's something very disappointing about the XA21, that being its top speed. This car's top speed is just 122 miles an hour, which is much lower than most other top supercars in GTA Online. But thankfully, this is made up for by its very fast acceleration rate, its ability to handle, and its all-wheel drive, which means on a track it is a very difficult car to keep up with, and makes this one of the best cars you can choose when racing. But personally isn't the one I would recommend, as there are one or two others in the category which are better than this, which are faster in a straight line, faster around a track, and cheaper as well. Anyway, but moving on to the 9th most expensive car that you can buy in GTA Online, this being the Stromberg. Now, of course, this car was only released back in December of 2017 with the release of the Doomsday Heist update and has a buy it now price of $3,185,250. But in this video, we're going to be focusing on its cheapest price, which is the trade price you can unlock after completing the associated heist mission, which means you can buy this for $2,395,000 from the Warstock Cash and Carry once unlocked. Now the Stromberg of course is an amphibious car, so you can drive in water with this and operate it like a submarine once in the water. But in my opinion, the Stromberg is one of the best value for money weaponized vehicles that you can buy in GTA Online because upon buying it, it already comes weaponized both with a machine gun turret and with a missile launcher. And when you go into water, it auto-equips the torpedoes as well, which are extremely cool. Now the Stromberg is followed by the Buggy, which is positioned in 8th place as the 8th most expensive car that you can buy in GTA Online. Again, this car has a buy it now price of $3,192,000 from the Warstock Cash and Carry website, but you can unlock its trade price, which is $2,400,000. Now the Buggy was one of the first special vehicles to have been added into GTA Online, and in my opinion, still remains to be one of the coolest and best that we have in GTA 5. But unfortunately, there are one or two downsides to this car. For starters, you cannot store this in your regular garages, you have to have an underground storage for this, which is rather annoying. Secondly, this car isn't that strong at all. In fact, after driving into and flipping around about 15 to 20 vehicles or so, this thing starts to smoke and is destroyed. And to insure this thing, it will cost you $20,000. But even so, I still love the Buggy. I think it's extremely awesome. I just wish Rockstar would make this something we could store in our regular garages. Then in 7th place, we have the Anis RE-7B. This car was first released back in 2016 in the Cunning Stunts update, and when it was first released, you could buy this from the Legendary Motorsports website for a price of $2,475,000, which at the time made this one of the most expensive cars that you could buy in-game, but was also one of the best choices you could make to participate in the newly released stunt races. And it still is one of the best cars that you can use in both races and stunt races, with this car being one of the fastest off the line and one of the best acceleration rates and the ability to corner extremely well as well. Unfortunately, its top speed isn't the highest, just 123 miles an hour, but it's worth bearing in mind that in stunt races, you very rarely get up to your top speed and maintain it for very long. Moving on though to the next car, and up next we have the Progen Tyrus, which was also released in 2016 in the Cunning Stunts update, and it's only just a little more expensive than the RE7B, with a buy it now price from the Legendary Motorsports website for $2,550,000. But despite being slightly more expensive and having the same top speed, 123 miles an hour, as the RE7B, it is nowhere near as good around the track. In fact, in the terms of its performance, it is mid-range in the supercar category, making this one of the worst value for money vehicles that you can buy in GTA Online from the category. But moving on, and in 5th place, we have the X80 Proto. This car was first released back in 2016 also in the Further Adventures in Finance and Felony update as a drip-fed car. Now at the time, this car was towards the top of the category in terms of its performance and was one of the best choices you could make at the time, but with the addition of so many cars in the last 2 years, it has certainly fallen down the list. Its buy it now price from the Legendary Motorsports website is $2,700,000, which officially makes this the most expensive supercar that you can buy in GTA Online, but nevertheless is an extremely awesome looking and futuristic car which has a top speed of 127 miles an hour. Now as we move into 4th place with the Rocket Voltic, it's worth noting the cars in the top 4 places are special vehicles as to be expected. The Rocket Voltic, of course, was one of the first special vehicles to be released in GTA Online back in December of 2016 with the import and export updates. It has a buy it now price of $3,820,400, but once you unlock its trade price, it is just $2,880,000. When the special vehicles were first introduced into GTA Online, the Rocket Voltic was one of the favorites with its rocket boost ability. It meant you could boost around the map very, very quickly and also do awesome jumps as well. But nowadays, this car is pretty obsolete, with 2 other cars available in-game which can be stored in our regular garages, whereas this one can only be stored in the import and export underground bunker. In 3rd place, we have one of my favourite special vehicles available in GTA Online, this of course being the Imponte Deluxo, which was only released back in December of 2017 in the Doomsday Heist update. This car has a buy it now price of $4,721,500, but of course you can unlock its trade price by completing the associated heist mission, which gives it a trade price of $3,550,000. The Deluxo, in my opinion, is definitely one of the best and most useful special vehicles that we have in GTA Online, with both the ability of hovering and flying around. Then, the second most expensive car in GTA Online is the Vigilante. Of course, this was released as a drip-fed vehicle in the Smuggler's Run update, and has a buy it now price of $3,750,000. There is no trade price, there is just that one-off buy it now price, $3,750,000, and in fairness, the Vigilante is a very, very good special vehicle. This thing is pretty quick. Of course, it has the rocket boost ability as well, which means its top speed is 147 miles an hour when you engage the rocket boost. The Vigilante is weaponized from standard, but only comes with machine gun turrets, but you can of course apply the missile launchers when upgrading this thing either in the Avenger or your mobile operations center. And this thing, as you can see whilst driving around, has an insane pushing force. This thing will ram into any vehicle and smash it out the way with very little effort. But then, moving into the top spot as the most expensive car that you can buy in GTA Online, this is the Ruiner 2000. This has a buy it now price of $5,745,600 or a trade price of $4,320,000. This is the most expensive car by a mile, but it's nowhere near the best special vehicle available in game. But I guess back in the day when this car was first released, of course it was one of the first special vehicles made available in GTA Online back in 2016 in the import and export update, was a decent and very fun car. Of course it was weaponized, coming with both machine gun turrets and missile launchers from standard, and had the ability to both jump and parachute as well. Now nowadays, with things like the Deluxo and the Oppressor, there is no real use or purpose for this, and it's nothing more than a novelty, but nevertheless is still a pretty awesome vehicle available in GTA Online. Anyway, but there we go then guys, with that being said, those then are the top 10 most expensive cars that you can buy in GTA Online. The total price of these, adding them all up together at their standard prices, is $34,514,500, which is absolutely phenomenal for just 10 cars in GTA Online. And doesn't even include the cost to fully customize and upgrade them, to unlock them or store them, or any of the fees or charges which may be included. Adding all that up together might bring the total cost to around about 40 million. But there we go then guys, with that being said, that's pretty much it then for this video. I of course want your thoughts and feelings on these 10 cars. Which one is your favorite and do you think is the best value for money? So go ahead and leave a comment on this video. If you guys could drop a like as well, it would of course be greatly appreciated and it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do, because I upload all the latest and the greatest Grand Theft Auto 5 content. So as always guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.